This is Tammy, and I am live today on YouTube. I'm live from a different location. I am actually at my cabin on Anderson Island, and I am out here in nature. It's beautiful, it's quiet. I'm outside, which is my favorite place to be. My next favorite place to be would be on the ocean, which I'm not right this second. However, I'm so close to water. So close. But right now I am in a cabin in the woods. So I'm coming on here to talk to y'all about being unstoppable. And I'm going to tell you why I want to talk about that. And I'm going to say being unstoppable by being who you are. And so that is a part of my journey in this year and in this time. It's like I felt like it was time for me to make some changes. I felt like it was time for me to make some shifts. And the reason why I felt that is because I'm at a transition point in my life. I am 55 years old, which is a beautiful thing, a beautiful thing. But it's a time in especially women's lives when we start to really introspect. We start to really, figure out where we want to go from here, especially at this time. Because at one point in history, so I was, or yeah, Valley Village, I think is where Valley Village, which is a thrift store out here on the West Coast, I know. But I went in there and I think I was just browsing the book section because I always do everywhere that I go because I love books. I'm also a writer, a 3 times published author. I also write articles for Medium, and I've got articles, Huffington Post. I have articles everywhere. But I love to read about that are unstoppable. People that have withstood challenges that many people could not withstand. And so that many people could not withstand. And so I was reading because so many people, just let life stop them. Let me tell you that, if you, let me tell you that, if you was reminded as I was reading things that I did as a child that maybe actually could justify where I am going in my life at this time. And so there are so many things that, you did as a child that maybe you didn't, grow up and do. Like I know people that were like really good artists when I was in school, and I expected them to probably grow up and, do some amazing art. And a lot of them didn't. A lot of them let life drag them down. They let people drag them down. They told people about their plans, and people told them how they wouldn't work, and they accepted that. And that is another way that you can become unstoppable, is by not telling people your plans, especially in the early stages. And especially not somebody that is supportive, that you can trust, that will say, hey, that sounds good, or maybe think about this, maybe tweak that, maybe look at this way. You need somebody like that in your corner. And if you don't have anybody like that, then you don't need to be sharing, what your vision is and what your dream is. You want to keep that close to your heart, and you want to, just really tell people that are going to be supportive, or don't tell nobody. Sometimes you just have to talk to yourself, talk to your spirit team, talk to God, and the old folks used to say, you just take it to God, take it to the Lord in prayer, take it to the Lord in prayer. So you might want to consider that, when you have a dream, especially something that maybe nobody in your family's ever done, or maybe nobody in your friend group's ever done, or maybe you don't know anybody that's done this thing, but you want to do it. And so you definitely want to keep that close to your heart. You definitely want to keep that close to your heart. I am telling you today, You want to keep that close to your heart. So in the meantime, you want to really begin to understand who you are at your core and understand what it is that you need to do in order to move past whatever you need to get past in order to be unstoppable. That is the thing. Because, unstoppable is a mindset. It is a mindset. It's a point that you get to where you know that you are going to make it regardless. Somebody had to make it. And this is the thing, when my children were young and growing up, I encouraged them and I said, um, you can be whoever you want to be. I allowed them to explore different areas. I was there with a steady hand and guidance, but I allowed them to explore a lot of areas, um, so that they could get to understand and know who they were. Because the thing is we are there as parents, as guides. That is our role. Yes, yes, if they need discipline, yes, we are to provide that. And not abuse, but discipline. I viewed my role with my children to have a steady hand. And that's what I did. So I allowed them to do all kinds of things that, maybe other people, didn't, but that was not their way. That was mine. And I think I actually feel really good about the job that I did, especially how I did it, because I worked a lot raising my kids, a lot, a lot. And they turned out, they all graduated from high school. They all have college degrees. Some of them are actually going back to school, to get other degrees, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just grateful. Nobody's in prison. Nobody is an evil person. I'm just so excited and grateful for that. But that is me doing my part to help them become unstoppable. And so they have that gumption behind them, where regardless of what comes up, what happens in their life, they know that they are unstoppable. Because for one thing, I put that in them. I put it in them. I did. And so in order for you to become unstoppable, there's some things you need to do. You need to take action. Take action. If it's something that comes in your heart to do, start meditating on it and then start sketching it out. Write down what it is that you are looking to do. Like I am creating a membership right now. And I want it to be a membership where people can come in, and if they have questions about spirituality and, the spiritual gifts, meditation, affirmations, all those things, laws of attraction, the metaphysical laws, and also if they are in need of healing. I would like to be a spot where they can come and, get some answers and get some support and be a guide. Because after all, I am a soul transformation guide and the Oracle of Peace. So I want it to be a safe space. And that's what I'm creating, but I am doing it really slowly because I want to be unstoppable. I want it to be a place that, people want to come when we have our monthly gatherings, or bi-monthly gatherings, as it were. I want people to come and, be ready to, learn, be ready to heal, all of these things. So we'll do a meditation in there and everything, and I'll share stuff that I know is appropriate that will help you, especially as I channel the needs of the group. So that is something that you definitely want to do. And then you want to really start tapping in and honing into your untapped potential. So understanding who it is that you are, like your abilities, the things that you can do, the things that you possess. You want to take those into consideration and really begin to figure out who you are, because that really is a part of who you are. And then another thing you want to do, so that would be step 3, is to watch your internal language. Watch how you talk to yourself. When you say crazy things to yourself, you know that when you say crazy things to yourself, you can always flip it. You can just catch it and flip it. And the more that you do that, the easier it's going to be for you to have the conversations with yourself that you need to have. So definitely don't predict things that you think are going to happen based on some circumstances of someone else or some circumstances of the past. No, because every day is a new freaking day. Every day is a new freaking day. Now, 𝐂𝐏𝐃𝐄𝐑 has said that I try to block out all negative thoughts. And you know who she is. 𝐂𝐏𝐃𝐄𝐑 was an Olympic athlete. She was an amazing freaking runner. And I think she did other things too. I seem like she was like a triathlete or a decathlete. I think it was triathlete. So yeah, so she did some amazing feats. Look her up, 𝐂𝐏𝐃𝐄𝐑. She said, I tried to block out all negative thoughts. I kept reading books on faith that tell you to just keep exercising your faith and continue to believe. So that's another thing you can do. You can do just like I did. You know, I found this book and I'm reading this book on unstoppable people that have been unstoppable in history that didn't allow obstacles to stop them at all. And so step 4 is you want to neutralize fear and risk. Now, fear is a natural thing. You know, don't let anybody vilify you if you have it. We all have it. You know, it's how you use it and what you do with it is the key. It's the natural and a physiological response designed to alert us to the fact that we need to prepare to cope or we need to escape. So think about it in that terms when you think about the fear. So you want to continue to build over it, under it, through it, however you need to get. That's what you need to do with the fear, but allow it to push you to the level that you want to go to. You know, don't allow it to create barriers. Allow the fear to push you to the space where you need to go. And so step 5 would be to visualize. Visualize your success in order to become unstoppable. Visualize your success. I will say that again. Visualize your success. You decide to be unstoppable. That do that. You shit. I might need some bug spray. But see yourself. You know, live in the end. So live in the end and know, you know, what it is that you desire and live there. Take yourself to that place. I have taken myself to my new home so many times that when I get there in the physical, I'm going to be familiar because I've already been there visually. I've already visualized it and I visualize it consistently, you know, and that's the other thing too. That's the key is being consistent. Being consistent. So step 6 is practice affirmations. So practice affirmations and make them personal to you and make them something you can believe. That is really key. Make it something that you can believe so it doesn't just feel like empty words and so you don't feel like, oh, I'm just lying. Because when I first started doing affirmations, that was what I said. I said, oh, I'm just lying. I'm not telling the truth. Nothing is happening. Nothing. And so stop watching that pot, staring and watching. And, you know, it's, you know, see it. So you want to, and you know, the universe does not know the difference between you speaking it out and whether it's speak to this. You want to begin to really move through some of these steps that I'm giving you. You don't want to, the Bible used to say, give your pearls to the swine. You don't want to be giving your pearls to the swine. You know, that means telling your business and telling what you desire and telling your hopes and dreams, you know, are at a space where things that I don't share with anyone. You want to find a that will believe. And she had, you know, everything. So can't sing. You better learn how to weed to see because he brought them on his show. And think about how he's such a crack. And I love his comedy. So you have to consider this when you think about all the things that you are being do the things that you know you need to do in order. So many transitions, so many changes, so many things. I am that is the thing, and it's like uh, I've been on a tug of war. I feel like I've been on a tug of war. You know, like doing the things that I want to do and doing the things that I know I'm called to do, as opposed to the things that you know. And right now, I'm talking about work. So for me, you know, I work part time now. I was new. A few select people knew, and an even smaller amount of people knew the real whole extent of it. Because y'all, we do only share what we desire to share. We only share what we want to share with who we want to share with. So I have had like 2 bugs. It's a sunny day. That's a win in my category. Especially in this, I think I call it winter spring, because we had snow a couple weeks ago. Crazy. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.